Untitled Project. There are moments in life when being misunderstood cuts deeper than any visible wound. When words are spoken about you that aren't true, when your name is carried into rooms you've never entered, and suddenly, you find yourself standing alone, trying to make sense of it all. This is where Psalm chapter 17 begins. Not with calm reflection this time, but with a plea. A voice rises, earnest, steady, but heavy with urgency. Hear me, Lord. Listen to what is right. This is not just a prayer, it's a case being presented. Like someone standing before a judge, asking not for mercy alone, but for justice. The psalmist, again, we hear the voice of David, believes he has been wrongly accused. And so he turns, not to defend himself before people, but to bring everything before God. Because when your name is questioned, when your character is challenged, there's a deep longing to be seen clearly. And God sees. You have tested my heart. It's as if David pauses here, reflecting. God has examined him, not just outwardly, but inwardly. Like fire refining gold, searching, exposing, purifying. Not to destroy, but to reveal what is true. And David's confidence isn't in perfection. He's not claiming he's never made mistakes. But in this moment, in this situation, he knows the accusations don't match his heart. I have resolved that my mouth will not sin. He has chosen restraint. Integrity. A different path than those who wrong him. Because while others may walk in violence, he has chosen to walk in God's ways. And then, almost like a shift in tone, the prayer softens again. I call on you, God, for you will answer me. There's something deeply personal here. Not just belief, but relationship. A quiet confidence that says, God hears me. And then comes one of the most tender images in all of Scripture. Keep me as the apple of your eye. Hide me in the shadow of your wings. It's the language of closeness. Protection. Care. Like something fragile being guarded with great attention, like a bird sheltering its young beneath its wings. In a world that feels harsh, God is described as near. Safe. But the reality of the situation still lingers. The enemies are described as relentless, watching, waiting, like predators ready to strike. Their words are sharp, their hearts hardened. And you can almost feel the tension rising again. So David cries out, Rise up, Lord, confront them, bring me deliverance. This is no longer just about being heard, it's about God stepping in. Because sometimes we reach the end of what we can do ourselves. And all that's left is to trust that God will act. There's also a sobering realization woven into this prayer, that some people live only for what this life can give. Their reward, their portion, is here and now. Wealth. Success. Temporary gain. But David sees beyond that. He understands something deeper. And so the psalm closes, not in fear, not in frustration, but in hope. As for me, I will see your face in righteousness. There it is again. That longing not just for answers, but for God Himself. To stand in His presence. To be fully known, and fully seen, without distortion. To awake, and be satisfied with your likeness. Not satisfied by winning an argument, not satisfied by being proven right in front of others, but satisfied by God. And in that final moment, everything else seems to fade. Because the greatest vindication is not always found in people changing their minds. It's found in knowing that God knows the truth. And that one day, in His presence, everything will be made clear. Share this message with those who find themselves in these situations. Thank you for watching.